You can either answer them, from the perspective of Jet ASG, who I know you worked with, or from, Corbett Consulting, um,
I'll
whichever is
I'll
good.
answer them as a tech guy who knows a lot of things, but has now enlisted an area expert in telecoms to help clients and things like that nature.
If you want to start it off, you can just introduce yourself, your business and your role within that business. That'd be awesome.
Sure. My name is Joe Corbett. I run a consultancy called Corbett Consulting LLC. I also am the CTO of a company called Aircraft Services Group based out of Teterboro, New Jersey.
Fantastic. And what do you do for those two companies there?
So for corporate consulting, I'm people's go-to for advising on anything digital, whether it's infrastructure, digital in the sense of websites, apps, things of that nature, even marketing campaigns that are powered by, all sorts of different platforms. And at Aircraft Services Group, I'm basically doing the same thing, but a very focused role of ensuring that our fleet and our crew can function anywhere basically in the world.
Fantastic. Perfect. Perfect. Next question here is, how would you describe your partnership with Talent?
Uh, our partnership with Talent is really crucial, honestly. I'm a kind of a multifaceted tech guy. I can pretty much do anything. But when it comes to doing something that needs to be handled by an area expert, specifically telecommunication around the country, around the world, that's why I called Telin. I said, "Hey guys, I know what I need. I just don't know how to do it in a way that makes me comfortable sleeping at night, knowing that it's not going to explode at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not going to know what to do because I have never encountered it, or I simply don't have the resources to draw on at 2 o'clock in the morning." But enter Telin, going through the discussion of what our needs are and how to implement those things really just kind of put my mind at ease. So that's why I gave you guys a call when I did.
Fantastic. Love to hear that. Love to hear that, Joe.
Mhm.
Um, Next one for you is, there's obviously a lot of different providers out there. In your own words, what would you say makes Talent stand out as a provider?
So again, the how we arrived at your doorstep was sort of that like hat in hand, like please help us. We're having such troubles, and that troubles, as I'm sure you've heard from many a client, was we were trying to use the all-inclusive Microsoft Office 365 product, which became Teams, and it was supposed to be this great solution for everything, making phone calls, your chat, all that stuff, and a lot of things worked fine as you'd expect, but when it came to like actually placing phone calls that reliably worked and had your phone ringing when a call would come in, it just completely fell flat, and that affected our business. We do private charter, and if you're a client trying to take a plane somewhere, and if you have an issue, wherever that might be, at whatever time of day, our phone has to ring. We have to pick up. It's absolutely critical. So I just kind of hunted around for a provider that uh, could give us a solution that would fill our needs, but at the same time would give us the customer service that we needed. And I felt that going to too large of a company would, probably not hit that mark. And with Telin, it's such a personable relationship. I feel like I can pick the phone up, shoot a support email over. How about this? I can shoot a support email over and not have to wonder, am I going to get a response and when? It's pretty
Yeah.
quick. And being a professional with you guys in the tech space, I know that you're going to get to me when you can. It's not a question of, do you even know that I emailed? I'm in the queue and you'll get to me. So that's kind of how we ended up with Telin, is just having that kind of fit and that trust. So.
Perfect. Next one I got for you is, how are Talent services beneficial to your end customer?
So on the air, like I said, with the aircraft side, you guys have made it so that I don't have to worry about uptime. I know you guys are there to back me up. When it comes to having Telin play a critical role serving my own clients, it's just this. You guys are just this endless well of knowledge. You guys are completely happy to nerd out with me and talk about codecs and educate me. And I'm a huge fan of that. Like I said, I know a lot of things. I've spent a lot of time teaching a lot of people, a lot of clients, knowledge that I've gathered over the years. And I feel my philosophy is you should share that knowledge as freely as possible, right? I obviously we're all trying to make a living, but I feel that talent is more than anything giving me free knowledge, free education on how to make better decisions for myself and my clients. And so when it comes to those clients, I know that I can call you guys or shoot you an email and ask you a question about my client's needs, and you're not going to respond with, "Hey Joe, that's a great question. Why don't you sign the scope of work and we'll get back to you on that." It's that's not the relationship. It's not how to get every dollar out of me. It's about how to have a great knowledge transfer between us so the end users are happy, which is ultimately the goal.
And then just one final question for you. How does talent help your business grow?
Uh, Talent helps my business grow by being a thing I don't have to think about, if that makes sense, right? Like I don't have to spend a lot of brain cycles thinking about, well, if we're going to open this office or we're going to add 10 team members, what are we going to do about phones? What are we going to do about communication in that regard? It's the formula is already there. All I have to do is plug in people, and that's it. So from a growth perspective, you guys are not in any way hamstringing us. You're certainly enabling us, but at the same time, I work with providers now for different services that I know they're the challenge, right? Like, how are we going to scale this? How are we going to get this product to work with what our plans are? So when it comes to our telecommunication needs, you guys obviously enable us, but again, biggest thing is you don't inhibit us. There aren't any roadblocks when it comes to figuring out how we're going to scale things, and that's honestly greatly appreciated.
Awesome. No, Joe, that was awesome. That's all the questions I had for you.